Welcome, this is your man Overlook Creatures, and we're back. We're back. We're back. Let's go talk to KAFKA. Let's not waste time. KAFKA! She's
Hi.
fine as hell.
Hi, Mom.
You haven't changed a bit.
Something about you has changed. Did you cut your hair?
I'm sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state.
I mean, there isn't ever a time when KAFKA is not in an extremely fine state.
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
Concerned about me? I'm fine. The Cienjo is always courteous with its captives.
Why are you confused about me being concerned about you? You're my mom.
I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me.
Confusing. Very confusing. You decided to destroy part of the Sanjo to talk to me. If you could infiltrate the Astral Express, why don't talk to me there? Why did Fujon see?
Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence.
It's always 3.
If I were to hear,
Elio doesn't do anything that's not
I
in
would
3.
then tell you the objective of this trip in all its detail.
An example would be Blade standing there for 3 hours. And yet Blade is still standing there for 3 hours. At least we hope he is. Because if he isn't, we will see the end of this world.
Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going smoothly. Are you ready to hear my answer?
I would like to see a more casual KAFKA outfit. That would be fucking insane. So I think I would be intense. Like just full on gym outfit KAFKA. There we go. There we go. That would be intense, bro. I'm just saying.
Cienjo's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say the Stellaron hunters are completely innocent. We foresaw all this long ago, but chose to remain indifferent until the time was right for us to get involved.
You did not cause the problem. Therefore, you are innocent. You did not cause the problem. You may have known, but that gives you no responsibility of telling anybody what you know. So at the end of the day, you're fine.
Diviner
I mean,
Fu
you're
was
fine,
surprised
but
because she discovered 3 truths. 1. The Stellaron hunters are not enemies of the Cienjo. You know this now, though you refuse to believe it.
Who said I refused to believe it? I was on your side from the start. That was March.
2. Someone else brought the Stellaron into the Cienjo and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. Traitors on the Lafu and enemies from outside want to overthrow the Cienjo. The Master Diviner is in a hurry to find the General, presumably to inform him of this fact.
and now we go and battle to stank this medication.
However, that's all the Master Diviner knows.
I'm calling it that. You can't stop me from calling it that. That's exactly what it's called now.
Key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission using the matrix of prescience against me. To guard against setbacks, he ensured that I knew only what he wanted the Cienjo Alliance to know in this moment.
I find it fucking hilarious that every time you interact with KAFKA, they have like this one-on-one Genshin hangout quest thing going on. This is why I like KAFKA more than Trade.
As
And
for number
Black Swan?
3, even
Kind of
in
a-
their wildest dreams, the Cienjo Alliance could never have guessed it. If the Stellaron hunters aren't the cause of all this, then why are Blady and I even here?
Blade is not here. He's still standing in that spot for 3 hours.
We're here for you.
Oh, shucks.
Whoa, why are we looking?
It's ridiculous, doesn't it?
Looking
It's
down?
Wonder Fushen
Stell?
doesn't believe it.
What's going on here?
But the Matrix of Prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. The Stellaron hunters appearing here, Blady getting arrested, me being lured to the Matrix of Prescience. It was all to bring you, the Astral Express crew, to the Cienjo.
So not me specifically. First you abandoned me, you put a bomb in my chest, and now this. Good old bomb.
In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew had to come to the Lafu and achieve something important for the Xianzhou. You had to establish a connection with the Alliance.
Yeah, so that we can help Firefly in the future.
And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Lafu's general in person and to help him resolve the Stellaron crisis. I needed the Alliance to owe you a favor. That way, in the future, at the most critical moment,
Extremely
the
critical.
Xianzhou will offer you
This
help.
is so different after playing Penacony. Like, Kafka's full on helping you, bro. Kafka's full on helping you, bro. And this is why she's better than Black Swan and Jade. And kind of Acheron. Look, if I dislike Mei in Honkai Impact with a burning passion, there's no way I can like Acheron more than Kafka. Because Acheron is Mei, my ability to like her fully is hindered by the fact that she's Mei. And although, like, when I saw Acheron was Mei, I was like, oh! I wasn't going, oh, because she's Mei. I'm going, oh, because my theory was proven correct that that Starrio, Genshin, Honkai Impact might all be connected by the Sea of Quanta.
What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that just to make you a hero of the Xianzhou? Quite the plot twist, don't you think?
Hey, Mimitan, can I get a hug? Why are you helping me?
Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work. There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook, the destruction. And when that time comes, you will need all the help you can get. It will be a brutal struggle of eonic proportions. Proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of futures, that's when destiny ends. But if we follow Elio's plan, there may be a glimmer of hope.
So we're going to do the Avengers Endgame of Honkai Star Rail. But for that to work, we also need characters from Honkai Impact. Bro, I'm telling you, if Wild gets access to Honkai Impact in Honkai Star Rail and brings Kiana, Bronya, and Tesla over, I'm gonna lose my shit, bro. I'm gonna lose my shit. And yes, it must be Tesla, because that interaction would be hilarious. With bringing, like, imagine Tesla meeting Herta. Oh, I'm excited now. I'm just saying, Tesla and Herta meet as a recipe combo for disaster. They're gonna hate each other, bro. Tesla's gonna be mad that Herta thinks she's that smart, and Tesla's gonna outprove her somehow. Herta's gonna be like, oh, you think you're smarter than me? Well, cut the car. And then, you know, if we invited Kiana over, we technically inviting an Aeon level being over to Honkai Star Rail. Because if we learned anything in Honkai Impact, you can become an Aeon by absorbing a universe. Yes, that's the connection that I made. Because at the end, where you're fighting as Fu Hua against Vita's god form Su, or whatever fuck the name is, Su becomes less and less emotional due to absorbing the powers, like a whole entire universe. And then by becoming less emotional and more detached, she thinks that she's becoming more and more of a perfect god, which coincides with a lot of the experiences of the different Aeons in Honkai Star Rail. It just sort of made sense to me. I was like, something is way too similar here.
You know, even eons can be killed.
Oh, I know that. In the meantime, with Blaine, I've been standing here for 3 hours.
Hey, Locha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting. So, eons can die, huh? Weird. I thought they were invincible.
Contemplation.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary beings. Nonetheless, ordinary beings could not have orchestrated the fall of the propagation.
Okay.
That eon was slain at the hands of another eon.
Didn't it have something to do with the Knights of Beauty's Aeon Iridia or some shit, and that's why she's dead? Okay. Fuck, man, I just played Pentagon and they explained this shit. Why don't I remember?
I don't understand. They're
I'm also
all
medicated, so
eons.
yeah, fuck.
Why do they
That's
want to
probably right.
fight?
Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaoshe.
Yeah, Lan
Destroying
is
Eon Yaoshe, the Alliance's cherished aim.
Lan also is looking for a brother's sword, of which he's struggling to find, and has hunted hilichurls from the left side to the right side of the vat, and has not succeeded.
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go to school.
I don't know if that's highly responsible or wholesome, because knowing Shushank really cares about her mom. But like, I mean, I don't know, bro. Shushank don't seem dumb. She didn't say I was homeschooled. She said I didn't really go to school. I was learning the style of the sword and summoning chickens and chicken attack.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the hunt and the abundance, I'm afraid there's just too much to explain.
There was the hunt, and then there's the abundance. The abundance wants to achieve immortality. To do so, they also sacrifice large amount of their mental state and portion of their mortality, right? And their souls. The hunt does not necessarily like that their people were being kidnapped for experiments and shit, or being indoctrinated to becoming people of abundance. So Hunt was like, oh hell no, and decided to clap back. In the clappage of back, they may have won. That's the gist of what I'm getting from my brain right now, bro. My brain is so not working. I'm excited to play God of War after this.
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, this one? It's a casket.
Tingyun's in there.
More commonly known as a coffin. It's for containing the remains of the deceased.
It's not a deceased in there, it's Jingliu. It's Jingliu, bro. The reason why I suspect that is because Jingliu is A, cold, B, she does not necessarily see, so she kind of looks there. And the Bailu shocked when she tested her health, so it could be Jingliu in that coffin. Jingliu pops up randomly, we don't know where she came from. She wasn't on the planet, so how the fuck did she get here? Then the question you have to ask yourself is, who's the other person that popped up randomly? We don't fuck know how we got here. Losha. We know how all the Stellaron hunters got here. We know how the Astral Express got here. How the fuck did Jingliu get? She's in the coffin with Losha.
The deceased? Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, he got paid to bring someone here in a coffin.
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death is probably a distant concept.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just we don't put bodies in boxes. Coffins. In the Xianzhou, people go to the Hall of Karma in the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. It's our way of saying goodbye.
You did not explain anything. Are you saying they incinerate them? Did they get put onto a starship and sent into the night sky? Do they get put into they turn into explosives and thrown into the ocean and boom? You did not explain anything. You just said, yeah, Hall of Karma and the Ten Lords Commission writes down the names and the jade abacus is taken. Okay?
The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in starscapes and then
now you're explaining.
drift
My
out
bad.
into the stars. They call it the returning.
And then someone wonders, who's this person here coming in on that ship? Why does it stink? That ship stinks. Oh, it's a dead body!
As for the Videodora, they're more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, they come out looking young again.
Isn't it just the Samsara cycle? Is that what it's called? Am I confused? I might be confused.
My mum calls the Videodora long scions.
Contemplation.
When I was young, she told me stories of how the Videodora could turn into dragons.
I
don't know if that's true.
Only special Videodora can turn into dragons.
What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Videodora are long scions. They're descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the inheritor, it was hard to say whether it was a blessing or a curse.
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich and immortal life, but for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Almost as if they had never existed, leaving only their descendants.
Like Idrilla.
Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal and will eventually reach the end of their lives.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you know the person in the coffin?
Are we just having a casual conversation about who's in that box?
Yes.
Jingliu!
Friend?
Like, why haven't we gotten more story on that? I'm about to complain about Hoya voice for a second. And it's a problem within the story writing. Large amounts of plot are not returned to at all. Whether it be the endings of character stories that's left as cliffhangers, i.e. or a continuation to the point that everything in the past is just forgotten. In Honkai Impact, an example is Bronya and Seele get... So Bronya and Seele are in the Sea of Quanta. Bronya finds Seele, finds out it's the real Seele, and then they escape in the Sea of Quanta. Bronya falls back in the Sea of Quanta to try and save Seele. Seele comes back, Seele saves Bronya, and then it sort of ends where they grab each other and they're doing the whole dramatic scene, and it cuts to black, but they don't show what happens afterwards. How they got out, when they got out, when they went to Tesla and whelped them, or any of that. So by the time they research, Seele then reappears. You're like, the fuck? Where you come from? Exactly. In Genshin Impact, they do something similar where yes, you get hangout quests and you get character quests, but nothing's ever continued after. Like an example, if you look at, let's go with 4 stars and some 5 stars from Mondstadt. Eula is 1. Diluc, Jean. These are characters that could use more to their quests, right? Which would have usually been handled by hangout quests, but they want to do character quests for 5 stars and hangout quests for 4 stars. When if they did hangout quests for 5 stars, they'd be able to tell more story for the 5 stars than they would the 4 stars, because the 4 stars aren't as impactful to the story as the 5 stars. Sorry, that's something I'm triggered about, bro. Noel's probably the best written character in the whole fucking game, if you were to put it that way. Because she had 2 hangout quests. And then the Star Rail, where, an example, Tingyun, we're never going back to that. I'm kidding. We're not going back to that. And if we do, great. But we're not going back to that. That's not happening, bro. Losha, we don't know who he is. Who's this Otto-looking motherfucker? I would like to know. We are not going back to that. We're not going back to that. Jing Liu. Please. You think you would like to know? I too would like to know. But you're not gonna know, because we're not going back to that. We're not going back to that. Like, I'm waiting for the one time in Zenless when they're busy ramping up shit, they cut it off, and then we're not going back to that. We're not going back to that. Never happened, ignore it, it's fine.
No.
So, sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in the coffin is neither friend nor relative. We met only once. By chance, I made someone a promise, and so I have to run this errand.
Yes, and she's a cold bitch.
Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest.
It looks like someone's hurt.
That's Ray.
Wait!
Doesn't Ray get clapped in the next update?
Silent but deadly. Locha, let's charge in together.
Hi,
Take
Ray.
them out quickly. We can rescue the.
How's Hanya, Ray? Where's Ho-Oh, Ray? Yeah. Hanya's probably
What happened to
Let
us
me see her.
letting you handle it?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you a prize for your bravery or something when it's all over.
Wangle?
Enough. Let's go.
Wangle. You're going with the word wangle. Really, Shushay. Wangle. I'm pretty sure Chingshui is one of the most base characters in this game. She'll look at you and be like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? There must always be one base character. And in the Lofu, that's Chingshui. She says shit and I'm like, yep. That's what I'm talking about.
The dead return!
Chicken attack. I forgot how the sequel goes.
Miss, are you okay? What do you think?
We save you and now you're being a bitch?
Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet.
How dare you
My
discriminate?
motor is broken. I can't move. Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Why does it sound like the same person's talking? And yes, I think they did change Ray's voice. It might be the same voice actress, but she adjusted from going like here to here. She might be speaking in this manner. She might be speaking like this. You never know.
Locha, silent but deadly. I'm
Contemplation.
afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the 10 Lords Commission. As a Cloud Knight, I must prioritize her orders.
Okay.
I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
Can we at least get directions?
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat the young lady's injuries?
Well, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Yo, Shushang, the racism is extreme here, bro. She's just a puppet. You can't heal her then.
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. Leave it to me. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh and blood.
Yeah, Hanya has a whole 3-page thesis on why we should give a damn.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate my methods.
Sam! I just hope you'll tolerate my methods. Penetrate! He just thinks... He's like, Dan, pass me your spear. Do not worry now. Ah! It wasn't big enough. Sushang, pass you one as well. Ah! I may have chopped her head off.
Curious. How... what kind of medical knowledge is this?
The concept kind.
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the Realm Keeping Commission. The mission continues.
She's smiling. Joy Yi is smiling. Did they rewrite a character?
As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outsiders. However, seeing as you came to my aid, a word of advice. Leave as soon as possible.
Now that's the Joy I know.
I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. They are extremely dangerous.
I thought he was still standing there for 3 hours. Elio, where's the script? Elio! Elio is not responding. Oh no. This is how it ends, isn't it? Now Luke is about to show up at any second. He can be around any corner at this very moment. Damn it, play. You just had to wait there for 3 hours. That's 3 videos from now.
If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my wake span might have been cut short.
Strange accident?
She shot herself? She's just gonna go.
Come with me.
Come?
I've never
Couldn't that just
seen
been a
anything
cutscene?
like it.
Why did I have to walk for... That's irritating. It's right there. This cutscene. I'm not interacting anymore than... It's... What if I had put it on auto and I'm just chilling, I'm eating something and I'm in the middle of my bite and then they just like, oh yeah, take 3 steps in that direction to continue the next scene. I'm busy eating. Meanwhile, in the Divine Commission. Meanwhile with Blade.
Even eons can be killed.
So your plan is to kill an Aeon?
Are you kidding? That's not what we want. I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen.
Smile, nothing beats smiling, KAFKA. Except for smiling Bronya. Like, people would say smiling Firefly, but I don't like Firefly as much as Bronya. Silverwolf. Silverwolf is not a real name, guys. I'm sorry, it's Bronya. It's Bronya, okay? It's Bronya. Don't make me going there, bro.
Drilla the Beauty, Anna
Dead.
the Order,
Dead.
Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze.
Missing.
These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared, leaving behind only masterless paths. And currently, there are 3 ways an eon can perish known to humanity. 1. paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Enna the Order was assimilated by Shipe the Harmony.
Okay.
2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. Under the guidance of the Hunt, the Cienjo Alliance travels the universe exterminating abominations cultivated by the Abundance.
Yeah, the abundance is pretty crazy, bro.
So, the Cienjo, too, are engaged in this process.
What about Akavili? Did they die in the hands of an Eon?
Missing in action, Estelle. Missing in action.
I don't know. Akavili's disappearance.
He went on a journey,
very
man.
mysterious.
I could really find out that he got a
News
kid and
is
went to go buy
probably
milk.
the
He never
only
came
one that
back.
can answer that question.
He went into the Sea of Quanta.
Droid
He
head
created
knows
the Will of
everything.
Honkai and was like, yeah, my job here is done. And then Kiana them had to go through what they did. It's kind of Akavili's fault.
What do you think? Fascinating stories, no? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never tell you.
More stories, specifically at bedtime.
Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun.
Ah. I'm a rocket tree. I'm a rocket tree. Why is everybody panicking? It's a tree. Tree grows. This is not Elden Ring, bro. Blade! What are you doing here?
Lady,
3 hours!
places to visit.
No, Blade! We're all going to die! The sky is falling! When the sky falls,
Kafka escaped?
when it crumbles,
How are we gonna explain this to the master
we will stand
provider?
tall.
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you?
Alright, that's gonna be it for this one. Go attack the tree. The man over the creatures. Once you like, subscribe. Smack a base with the keyboard a couple of times. Then notifications. Always check out all the links in the description. Check out my channel. Twisted Gamers. I'm playing God of War currently, and I'm fucking having a great time, bro. I'm having an amazing time just playing God of War. Bro, I don't even care if we don't get views, man. It's fun. And yeah, pray for me.
What did Fujon see?
Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence.
It's always 3.
If I were to hear,
Elio doesn't do anything that's not
I
in
would
3.
then tell you the objective of this trip in all its detail.
An example would be Blade standing there for 3 hours, and yet Blade is still standing there for 3 hours. At least we hope he is. Because if he isn't, we will see the end of this world.